A lot of people think that you plant a vineyard and the grapes just automatically grow. They have this great romantic notion of a vineyard. I had that notion as well. We dug each hole by hand, many shovels broken later. We had 3,800 plants in the ground. It was our initial planting. Presently we have about 4,800, almost 5,000 plants in the ground. We grow a various type of grape. They are wine grapes, but they are also juice and jelly grapes. We grow Concord, Muscadine, Catawba, Steuben, Traminette, and Riesling presently. We have grown commercially. After our first year, we harvested a nice crop. They were sold to Collier Wine Group in Sevierville. We harvested year 2 and 3. 3 years ago, Nolichucky Vineyard started an agri-tourism business. We realized the need for expansion. My son Alex, who was in high school at the time, insisted that I open this place kind of like a public park because we had so many visitors down here coming to see the river and the vineyard, and they'd stop you and say, oh my gosh, this place is gorgeous, that we decided to venture into the agritourism end of the business and start doing a summer music series. Morristown did not have, other than downtown Morristown, anywhere that was a park-like setting that had a vineyard that they could come enjoy music. So we did that.
Nolichucky Vineyards is our first agritourism business in Hamblen County and Morristown. It is the only agritourism business in Morristown and Hamblen County.
I am hoping that the future here at Nolichucky Vineyard includes weddings every weekend, big festival events, that we sell out the hotel rooms with these big weddings in Morristown.
What it brings with it is revenue that is not normally here, which allows us to grow. When you have a higher occupancy rate in your hotels, it also brings in other revenue throughout the city. But the big thing is you'll bring businessmen in that would never have seen this community that might think of locating here. It can contribute to new industry. Not only that, but it contributes to new residents. It's an exposure that we normally would not get. So you wouldn't think that a vineyard would bring that much in, but it does.
When we planted our first crop and became involved with Collier Wine Group, we joined the Tennessee Farm Wine Growers Alliance. That was in 2007. At that time, there were really only 3 or 4 really active vineyard growers involved in the organization, and maybe 17 or 18 wineries involved. The organization has grown. Our legislative subcommittee worked very hard on writing a bill that was beneficial for all fruit and vegetable farmers, not just vineyards. The General Assembly of 2012 passed a legislative bill, also known as the Farm Wine Bill. This Farm Wine Bill not only allows vineyards to produce their fruit and then sell it to the winery, it allows apple orchards, blueberry farmers, blackberry farmers, strawberry farmers, anybody whose crop is used in making wine to produce wine. That being said, our crop has to be harvested. It goes to the wineries that is always done. It is processed, produced, and bottled at the winery level, labeled, and then it is brought back to the farm for a sale at the farm.
The bill was very important to the winery and also to the city and county because it allowed the vineyards to be able to sell the wine from the grapes that they grew locally. That in itself is unique. If you said you can come into this vineyard and drink the wine from the grapes that were grown here. So the bill was critical in allowing her to do that. Plus it allowed her to sustain the business.
In 2012, all the vineyards across the state of Tennessee suffered a severe freeze issue. That being said, most of us are only harvesting between 10 and 25% of our normal crop loads. What this did for me was, rather than losing all of my money because of the freeze, I now have wine that I'm able to sell farmside, and that is providing me revenue on the sales of the wine that I would not have had. It brought the agricultural dollars back to the farm. It's an agriculturally diverse product. It brings revenue to a farm. Previously, a farm in Tennessee, less than 50 acres, probably only produced about $2,000 worth of revenue per acre. That is not enough to sustain a family on. So In this law passing, it has provided a value-added agricultural product to be sold farmside, which has been really exciting. And we are all trying to bring our fruit up to better standards, better quality of fruit, and especially those of us who are making our own wine and selling it farmside, we want to assure that we're providing a good product for the general public. Nolichucky Vineyard can produce upwards of 30,000 bottles of wine. We would never sell or could never sell that much farmside. We do not and could not buy back all of our wine. So what is left is produced and bottled at Blue Slip and Collier Wine Group. There are 5 wineries, and they sell it in Gatlinburg and Sevierville. So our wines are distributed other places through the various wineries that we sell our grapes to.
One thing about the Nolichucky Vineyard is it's peaceful. Not only beautiful, but peaceful, but being right beside the Nolichucky River is in itself an attraction if she didn't even have the vineyards. This is the type of place you can bring the entire family and enjoy the scenery and the peacefulness of the Nolichucky River.
My dream is just to keep doing what I'm doing. I love the land, we're intrinsically tied to it, and I love this way of life. That's what I think I'm going to do.